I wanted the honorable minister. Can I invite all the members who know to join? Step down. Before the minister officially opened the office, the minister wants to open each of them and start. Just switch off. Yes. Also, yes, this is the this one, open the window. Just to do it.
I'll come for you for the time for the Q&A.
Bring you back.
Yeah, I'll come. I'm sorry. So what
That's true.
The Q&A very simple. Introduce yourself, your media house, ask your question, keep it simple and short. Then, if you want to...
Thank you for coming to take time with me now at this special moment. What I've been holding here, I've just had the first local organizing committee meeting for the Afcon local organizing committee. If you all recall that the Minister of Education and Sports, who is the chairperson of the Afcon 2027, did appoint committee of Afcon 2027. From that time, we had taken some time without us meeting, and today I invited the chairpersons of the subcommittees to come for a meeting, for one, to officially open the Afcon Secretariat offices, which are going to be used now for subcommittees to begin conducting their work. Number two, to officially also commission the cars, which was part of the budget, which had been prepared for purpose of us beginning to do work. I want to confirm there's a lot of work going on, and as far as infrastructure is concerned, the technical team of engineers from the Ministry of Works and Transport, in line with the infrastructure committee, are working tirelessly to ensure that the training pitches, which one time again we read it to the media, are implemented in time. And now we also have to confirm that the country that we are having CHAN, which is meant to take place in January, according to CAF 2025. So for that reason, we are also as LOC, it's the same LOC which is also working to organize and look at the needs of CHAN. So what I've been doing here with the LOC chairpersons of different subcommittees was entirely to look at what do we need now, what needs to be followed, and what needs to be done afterwards, which in short is a short term, long, medium term, and long term. And I want to confirm to you that we appreciate the investment and specifically what the HDA president has guided us in terms of CHAN championship, which is coming next year. This championship is meant to be hosted by Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania, and we are only waiting for a formal communication from the Confederation of African Football. But what I want to confirm is the CAF president did talk to all three heads of state. When I talk about CAF president, I mean Dr. Musepe, president of the Confederation of African Football, and he discussed with him some of the key issues, which key issues have come to us, and we are working on that in as far as the CHAN competition is concerned. And above all, they want 4 training pitches. I want to confirm as Uganda, we have so far 3, we are working on 3. So as a matter of urgency, we are beginning to embark on Makerere University, because it was one of the venues we had already identified for Afcon, and all that is also going to be CHAN. So we are going to fast track these training pitches. And of course, CHAN also guided us that they needed those 4 training pitches. We are going to host 2 groups, according to the information I've got from here, of 3-3. And I think Kenya is also going to host 1, then Tanzania is going to host 2. Kenya 1 of 4, then the other Tanzania is going to host 2. So all this come in line with the availability of the infrastructure. But to remind you, one of the conditions for us to win this bid was that we must be able to host CHAN. And we are preparing to host CHAN. Then we will be ready to host Afcon. For some of you may not understand, once we have CHAN training pitches ready, it means that 50% of the Afcon training pitches will be in place. So that is for those who understand sports, and specifically a game of football. That is what is entailed in my meeting. So the others was entirely to give our roles and responsibilities to the LOC entirely, what their roles are, and I'm happy the senior minister had already finished signing the appointment letters for most of the local members. So ladies and gentlemen, it's only to react again to the country that Uganda, in line with the guarantee it made to CAF, we are committed to delivering Afcon 2027. The other one is that, like I'd already told you earlier on, I am going to be in Hoima tomorrow, on Thursday morning, to specifically check on our construction site, because a contractor requested me to be with them in the site. And I also want to say that I will have a meeting with the local leaders, particularly the worship, the mayor, and some of the technical people in Hoima City at 8 a.m. on Wednesday. But besides this, I want to confirm Team Uganda will be returning from Olympics tomorrow. And I want to confirm that the leadership of Parliament has requested me, I requested to move a motion in Parliament to thank our team for participating in the just concluded Summer Olympic Games in Paris 2024. So the team will be in Parliament with me as I move that motion in Parliament. So if there's any question, I am here as the Vice Chair of the Local Organizing Committee, who is sitting on behalf of the Chair, who is none other than the Minister of Education and Sports. I thank you. Yes.
You talked about the 4 training pitches, that the 3 are already the 2 test matches and of course the Cup qualifier. Then just last week at Stara, I was very Saturday. I was supposed to be hosting from Namboy. What's the latest regards to that?
I first of all understand the role of the contractor, but me here, I am the Minister of Sports. So I understand sports more. It is true the contractor has been long in the project beyond the time we had agreed to hand over the facility. But it's also true that we must understand that it's important continental games are hosted at home and in Nambole. Aware that CAF has approved Nambole to host both Champions League games, to host both World Cup qualifiers, to host both Afcon qualifiers. So for that, I started engaging the contractor this afternoon before I came to this meeting. And tomorrow morning, I'll be in Nambole, specifically to have a meeting between the Minister of Defense, because I'm the client. I hope I'm clear there. For me as a client, if the facility can host a game on Saturday, why not? I am aware he has timelines to deliver the project. So I want to say this. It's our considered opinion as a client that the game is hosted on Saturday in Uganda. Number two, I regret for Kitara FC having gone to play a CAF game in Libya. But this comes because of the challenges of facilities. I am not aware when Kitara FC is meant to play their game. So the question is, how did Villa get? Villa formally wrote to the management of Nambole. And that's how the management of Nambole brought the matter to me while I was in Paris. I hope I'm very clear there. So for Kitara, I call upon the fans of Kitara to say next time, don't hesitate. That's a government facility for you to use it when it is available. What I know, the two games seems to be conflicting. One was what? And work with the CAF. Because of the challenge of facilities. For instance, I'm aware, you might not be aware, but as of now I cannot disclose that there are countries which have requested to use Nambole. And I want to say, we're in negotiations with those countries to allow them to come and use what? Nambole. So I don't think the contractor is going to continue refusing us to allow our brotherly countries to come and use the facilities. Because even us, you remember, for the last how many years? Is it 4 or 5 years? We've been playing most of our games outside what? Today, tomorrow time will come when again I'll close Nambole for additional renovation for purposes of Afcon. So for purposes of saying that the contractor has refused, the contractor through his UPDF, but they're under Ministry of Defense. So the level of engagement is going to be different. Are you getting me? Because I'm going to advance arguments of sports. It's a day which for me, it loses nothing. It's an income which comes to the stadium, which for us, we must generate income. Government wants money. So they are not coming, Villa is not coming to use Nambole for free. They are going to pay. So I want to request that you, the media, that is a matter for generals, and I request that you leave it to us generals. I say that my considered opinion is that as a minister responsible for sports, is a game of Nambole has to take place, a game of Villa has to take place in Nambole. That one I want to speak because now, at this time, the other team has already been informed. How do you then begin to say you cannot? I think that's why I'm saying leave the matters of generals to generals. This is for news for you to handle with. Let me go to the other training pitches. The question of, Nambole. There's a training excellent pitch in Nambole. That's one. Am I correct there? Number two, there's a training pitch which is being constructed even now in Chambogo. You can go there and check on the construction works going on. Number three, the government has supported Kadiba Fufa Stadium with the money because I sent my engineers to carry out an assessment. The assessment is to ensure that this facility becomes available for both CHAN training and Afcon, because they were among the first 10 training pitches which I submitted before both to President, Parliament, in as far as Afcon and CHAN is concerned. So for that matter, that works. You can also go to Kadiba and find out how far the works have gone. So that one is also going to be ready for both Chan and Afcon. Now, what are meant to begin is Makerere. And I want to confirm to you, according to the planning and those construction engineers for pitches, they need minimum of 4 months, and a training pitch will be ready. And remember, these training pitches must meet CAF FIFA standards. Like you've seen what is in Anambole, they must be at the level of Nambole. So for mine, as of now, I only need to begin with what? With the Makerere. And I want to confirm, my senior minister has already communicated to finance, asking them to give us additional resource for the training pitches to be undertaken. Is that very clear? This is a project which is going to run for 3 years. Are you getting me? Because we are planning between now and 2026, by March, would have exited this project. Because you all know that Afcon is between January and February, unless other factors change, which we can't envisage. Am I correct? At least I've been in the football world for some time. So when it comes to the budget, whatever is done here is planned. And I want to recollect that we had a budget specifically for this office, for the cars, and for what? And for a lean staff. When I talk about lean, because we are not going, most of the people whom you saw here, these are government civil servants. We come for meetings. After that, we need people who do this desk work every day for us to meet the timelines. And CAF itself requested us to have a fully functional, dedicated team to carry out this work. I was in Paris. I had a meeting with the Minister of Sports of Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire. He told me, you must prepare to lose some 4 or 5 kilos if you want to have a successful Afcon, because he has experienced it. And here, other than me losing 4 or 5 kilos, sometimes you have people like now council, National Council of Sports. There's work those people do for council. But now you're going to pile the same work for the same people to do for Afcon. It will definitely not make you to meet your timeline. And you know what? When one country fails, it means the bid has what? The other 2 countries have what? Have failed. That's why we agreed, as first of all 3 countries, that each country must come up with a functional secretariat. So how much money? That is a question for Dr. Gwen, who is the accounting officer. So now how much has been spent here? For me, all I know of the general budget, which was about what was this money. By then it was for operations, what? It was about almost either 4 or 5 billion there. That was the money which was there. Those cars, we must buy 5 cars. On one of, and the specifications were given, approved by public service, and they are there. Fortunately, are they 0 mileage? I direct you to go and put your cameras into the screens so that you confirm they are 0 mileage. But I want to repeat, those cars are for local organizing committee. Are you getting me? They are for the local organizing committee. After Afcon, that's where now the local organizing committee will formally maybe say, let's now hand these cars to National Council of Sports. However, the custody of those cars and the management of them are under the chairship of the local chairperson of law. They will be managed and kept under National Council of Sports. So like now, engineer who are supervising the work, going to Hoima, going to Akibwa, inspecting those fields you're talking about, some of them have been using their personal cars, their ministry cars. That activity now they have to come back to what? Law, which has an expense, an operation for that.
Yes, please. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay.
Okay.
The role of the secretary. And then an update.
My names are Justus Mugisha, the first Vice President of Federation of Uganda Football Association. Just now we are here at the just opened Afcon Secretariat, and we have just from a meeting, and we have just inaugurated the Secretariat, And we have just had another meeting today, and the meeting is all about making sure that Uganda does not only host CHAN come January next year, but also host Afcon in 2027 together with our brothers of Kenya and Tanzania. As I said, we don't only want to host, but we want to host in the best possible way, and also host in a way that the hosting leaves a lot of legacy to Uganda.
Specifically, what
Been open is meant to coordinate the activities of the hosting of both CHAN and Afcon. We have a committee, the rock organizing committee, that has been put together by the minister, but which is yet to be assented to by CAF. We hope the CAF will approve it. And once CAF has approved it, it will start on its work. But we do not want to wait until CAF approves it, because a lot of work has to be done. And as you can see, we have already started on a lot of work. Infrastructure developments are taking place. Hoima is being constructed. Nambole has been renovated. Kadiva is being worked upon. All those are going to be main venues and also practice venues for both CHAN and Afcon.
specifics on
The need is that because we are hosting Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, in the meeting which we had with our other states, we are going to have 2 groups of 3 each. That means we shall be having 6 countries in Uganda. And the good news about that is that those 6 groups can play in 1 stadium. But additionally, each 2 teams need 1 practice venue, and then we shall need a 4th one. And the 4th one will be the one for the referees. That is if Uganda is picked to be the headquarters of the hosting of CHAN. But if it's not picked, then we shall need 3. But we have an opportunity of preparing 4. We are going for 4. The good news, I told you, we are going to have Nambole. We already have it. It has already been approved, but it is just a matter of improving it. But the other improvement will mainly be for CHAN. So we also need the other venues for practice. I said 4 of them. 2 of them are already being constructed. That is Chambogo and Kadiva. And the other one is already finished because it is already at Nambole Stadium, the one outside. So now we have agreed to start on Makerere University, and we are going to fast track the construction because that one is not very hard to make. You can even have it in a few months.
Ekisookera ddala nnyo kwebaza buli omu mazze ku lunaku luno olw'okutongoza ofiisi yaffe ng'eggwanga kwe tugenda kukolera emirimu gya Afcon 2027. Okubeera ne ofiisi eya Afcon 2027 kijja kuyambako mu ntegeka ya Afcon nti buli omu mu kiti kye abali ku komiti zonna ez'enjawulo eziba zirina okukola emirimu nga gikwata ku Afcon 2027 bajja kufuna omukisa okufuna we batuula ne bakola emirimu gyabwe nga tekibatataganya. N'ekirala ttiimu za CAF bwe zijja wano okugezaako okutuyambako mu ntegeka ya Afcon 2027 nazo zijja kuba nga zirina ekifo kwe basobola okujja ne batuula obutabeera bubeezi mu woteeri nga tebalina ofiisi. Kati eno ofiisi kwe tujja kukolera emirimu gyaffe nga komiti za Afcon, nga local organizing committee ya Afcon ne abanaffe aba CAF bwe baba bazze wano mu Uganda nga baagala kulaba bye tukola ne bajja ne batuula wano ne bakola emirimu gyabwe. So nyakwebaza minisita waffe okutugaidinga obulungi oba okutulagirira ngeri gye tukolamu ebintu bino n'okwebaza Uganda okulaba nti eteekawo ssente ezisobosezza guno omulimu okukolebwa. ng'ovudde ku ofiisi eno gye tulabye olunaku lwa leero olwedde eggwanga lyateekako ssente mu bajeti yaffe y'omwaka oguwedde ezaweerebwa kampani etandise ku mirimu gya n'ebisaawe ebirala. Mumanyi nti kati wetwogerera Kyambogo waliyo training venue oba ekisaawe ekyokutrainingiramu Afcon n'ekyani olwedde nga UPDF kampani yaffe ey'amagye nga yatandisa dda okukola emirimu egy'okudaabiriza ekisaawe ekyo ne kufufa Kadiba nayo olwedde emirimu gigenda mu maaso nga tugezaako okulaba nti twetegekera kyani y'omwaka ogujja nga tutandika omwaka ogujja. Design ez'Amakerere nazo olwedde wetwogerera nazo bamaze dda ozikola nga ttiimu yaffe eya Ministry of Works consultant oba be bakozi b'omulimu ogwo ate tusuubira nti mu nnaku eziddako tujja kulaba engeri gye tukwatagana ne management ya Wankulukuku kulaba nti tumaliriza endagaano oyogezaako nayo okulaba nti Wankulukuku mu mulimu guno ogw'okutegeka Afcon nayo ebeera ku bisaawe ebimu bye tuga ku designinga oba okukolebwako okulaba nti biyamba eggwanga mu kutegeka kyani ne Afcon.
Just fine, sir. Yes.
On behalf of government, I want to officially unveil the Afcon Secretariat Office 2027.
Just like that.
So this is Afcon Secretariat. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm counting down from 1. 27 or 1? 3, 2, 1.
This thing that they